Hi guys, welcome back to game 2 of Grixis Delver versus Jund. Match 2, not against Aller, but against SS Nelso 1. We won the last game, so we're on the draw. We decided to keep this hand because we have a lot of cantrips. We can be able to manipulate our deck how we need to. Here we're just going to play a Scalding Tarn past turn, because the plan is to either hold up Bolt or Thought Scour end of turn. Just in case if you were to play a Dark Confidant or a Scooze or something. So our opponent, we managed to beat him last game thanks to actually the very powerful card known as Spell Pierce. I'm deciding to probably put in more than one in the deck and taking out Remand. So now, since our opponent decided to do nothing, we're just going to get a Water Grave, and we're going to Thought Scour ourselves. We brought in Blood Moon this matchup, but after this Thought Scour, we only brought in one, so we're going to be off the Blood Moon plan as soon as that card was milled, and we're going to try to figure out how to win from there. But we do draw Death Shadow, which was one of the key cards in my last game against Jund. Just being able to have that card just growing exponentially throughout the entire game, it was really useful. So after seeing that card, I decided to take some damage, help it make a cast. We see these falling cards right here. We know that there's multiple Terminates and Abrupt Decays in play, so we decide, yeah, we're not going to be playing any creatures yet. We have to figure out how to get those cards out of his hand and make sure that they are bad trades. Like make a Terminate trade with a Snapcaster Mage instead of like a Gurmag Angler. So off the probe, we do draw Gurmag Angler, and I thought maybe hold it up for casting Gurmag Angler, maybe cast Serum Visions as well, but after seeing those cards, it's just better to shock, hold up, Mana Leak, and Bolt. Our opponent does also cast Scavenging Ooze, which makes our Bolt a lot more powerful, so that way we can be able to hit the Scooze this next turn. So we bolt off the Scooze, and we continue on. Our next draw step was another Lightning Bolt, which is another great card, just a great card right now. It's still able to apply pressure, so it enables us, now that we have 2 more lands, we can Serum Visions, see the cards that we are dealing with, and how we want to play with them. We do draw Spell Pierce again, which has been doing pretty well, and we decide to bottom the Terminate because we plan on beating Tarmogoyf through counter magic, not through destroying it when it enters the battlefield. That's the overall plan of how we're going to deal with Tarmogoyf. So when Goyf enters in now, we just Mana Leak it and keep him off creatures. Next draw step, we hit Snapcaster Mage, which now enables us to do Snapcaster plus Mana Leak, or Snapcaster plus Spell Pierce again, or Snapcaster plus whatever we really need. And plus, now that we have a Snapcaster, it's now a target for a Terminate or Abrupt Decay. Our opponent draws a Scooze, and also has a Raging Ravine now. So the goal now would be to kill the Scooze as soon as possible, but now that we have Snapcaster Mage, we can just snap back Mana Leak and just, now we can get on with the aggro plan. And we have Raging Ravine in check thanks to Lightning Bolt. The card has been doing fantastic right now in the meta. It's basically if your creature doesn't give you immediate value, and it can die to Bolt, but it has to give you value. Major value. Or win the game on its own. So cards like Raging Ravine and Treetop Village have been kind of weaker right now in the format. And also right here, you have to let the Raging Ravine attack first before you bolt it, because if they attack, the trigger goes on a stack, bolt it, kill it, so that way they're tapped out. They can't do anything else that turn. So it's a huge tempo swing, and it is a time walk of sorts. Get in for more damage from Snapcaster Mage. Hold up both Kolaghan's Command, Lightning Bolt, just in case anything goes wrong with that Treetop Village. Opponent's trying to decide whether or not he actually wants to attack with the Treetop Village, which I believe that you have to attack with Treetop Village, or at least block Snapcaster Mage, because you have to at least take the chance whether or not, if I have Bolt or not, you have to do something. But I do have the Bolt, managing to kill off the Treetop Village, more trading 1-for-1, and plays his land, which now enables a better Kolaghan's Command. So we'll force him to discard and reanimate the Gurmag Angler. And now we can start trading the dead anglers that we had from earlier with those terminates, and hopefully be able to start getting more damage. He discards Terminate, which I find not the greatest solution right now, because Terminate answers any creatures I have rather than Abrupt Decay. But he does not know that I cited out Delver in favor of Death's Shadow. So I understand both sides of the arguments, but I believe that you should keep Terminate in over Abrupt Decay. So now we just play the Gurmag Angler, pass the turn back. I could see not casting Terminate here because you saw Spell Pierce the last game, so you don't want to be blown up by that card again. So casting it the next turn, which is what he does make sense. Having another Abrupt Decay does suck for him too, just because now that the Abrupt Decays do kill Snapcaster Mage, but it's not the best trade. Terminate for Gurmag Angler on the hand is a good trade, but after already getting value from it from Kolaghan's Command, it's already backbreaking for them. So we let that resolve instead of Spell Piercing or something, and just keep going in with Snapcaster Mage. And we're planning on using Gurmag Angler again next turn, and during this turn. Drawing Slaughter Pack's another good card. It allows us to be able to kill whatever he has for 0 mana, and that could be pretty much game at that point. So we'll just recast Gurmag Angler to leave behind a Kolaghan's Command and Bolt. That way, if we ever do draw another Snapcaster Mage, we can just keep going from there. So now Abrupt Decay has been made useless against Gurmag Angler. He's on a 2-turn clock. Now withdrawing that force, it's going to be a tough game for him to win. However, my opponent decides that he's screwed up too much and doesn't feel like the game can be salvaged, and rage quits. Overall, still a decent matchup for us. I feel like we have an upper hand against Jund. And after this game, after the performance from Spell Pierce against such a mid-range deck, I actually decided to go back into the Delver deck and actually change out Remand for the second Spell Pierce. Because actually trading cards now, we have become more of a grinder deck instead of tempo. So we have like 2 major strategies of grinding you out or tempoing you out. And Spell Pierce works for either one of those situations. Unlike Remand, where it's just delaying you a turn. It's not actually dealing with your card that you just played. So that's my new video against Jund. And hopefully whoever watches this, you get more information about how this matchup works, what your strategy is, trade 1-for-1, and however much you can get 2-for-1s, trade however you can, set them off balance. If you see little weaknesses here and there within their armor, take the shot. So, alright, I hope you guys have a good day. See you next time.